G'day lads and lasses, it is I. Halo Campaign Evolved, the newest Halo game is around the corner. And as I get ready and prepare myself for this game, I thought this would be perfect time to look back at Halo Infinite's hype. From day one, from the reveal trailer, all the way to now 2025. I thought this would be a perfect time to look back and talk about what it was like, the hype of Halo Infinite for me, and after launch. I thought this would be a great way to talk about what the game was like for me, all the moments I had, things like that, to get an understanding of what it's like to be a Halo fan back in the day. Now I do see a lot of negative videos how like, oh, the hype had so much potential, then this happened, or things like that, but I want to show my perspective, what it was like to be a hopeful Halo fan, and as someone who actually does enjoy Infinite's campaign. Now, the game does have a lot of issues, but I still had some good moments. This was a game I was super excited for, so to get ready for Campaign Evolved, and to also get an understanding why it feels so weird to see a new Halo game after 5 years of Infinite. Now this video is also great if you are a new Halo fan, because I'm starting to see a lot of new fans coming into the community, being excited for Campaign Evolved. So this will be a perfect video for you guys as well to see what's it like back then to be excited when Infinite was a new Halo game. Now that's out of the way, let's get straight into the Halo ring. Let's go back to 2017. Halo 5 Guardians was the current Halo game at the time, and let's just say that this game didn't receive too well, me included. One of the main issues about the game was its story. They advertised the game as the greatest hunt in video game history. Who's hunting the Master Chief? Why is he on a run? Who is this character? Is that Arbiter? Why is Chief risking a lot of things? Who are these Guardians? And all these advertisements and trailers were insane. But none of it happened. This hunting thing you see in these trailers, what we have instead was the opposite. Spartan Locke's team, Fireteam Osiris, was just playing tip with Master Chief and his team, Blue Team. They sent orders to Master Chief to come back, he said no, so they sent Locke to chase him down, did some old man fighting, and after a little while, now they're friends again. It's just like, what? These established Halo characters like the Master Chief, Buck, and Cortana, they're just not themselves. Especially doesn't help with their bad acting and narrative direction. No offense to these actors.
Cortana. No!
Things like this, these characters don't feel like themselves. And all these other characters you see in Halo 5, they're just emotionless cardboard cutouts. And why did they bring back Cortana? After Halo 4, such an emotional ending. Cortana sacrificing herself to save John, the Master Chief. We were all wondering, what's next for him? What's next for the man in the green armor? Will he accept himself as being human? Will he get a new AI? Who are the people that he'll meet? What are his adventures now without Cortana, his closest friend? That's what I thought back in the day, but instead we got an evil Emperor Cortana, bring her back alive, so like that ending felt pointless. And just the whole narrative decision making was just terrible. It just ruined that Halo magic all the Halo games had, even Halo 4, with its Forerunners, the Covenant, stuff like that. But here's the strange thing about me, I love Forerunner lore, even Halo 4's Forerunner lore, but this game just kind of just ruins it, with its strange AI uprising. Just the idea of an AI uprising just does not work on a Halo game. The gameplay felt a bit too advanced for Halo. The art style, now I wasn't the biggest fan of Halo 4's art style, but I don't mind it that much. Halo 5 though, it's like a uncanny version of Halo 4. A lot of things of this game just wasn't great, but I and many people did enjoy the multiplayer, but it wasn't enough for me though. So what I did instead was I was playing MCC. Now you gotta remember this was a time period where the Bungie Halo games wasn't that old. Like Halo 3 was just only 9 years old back in 2017, compared to, at the date of releasing this video, 19 years old. I know, that's just crazy to think about. So this means like I didn't view Bungie's games as like the classic Halo games, this classic art style at the time. I just viewed it as like just a normal Halo game. This is what Halo should look like, and yeah, at the time I was just a neutral Halo fan. As you guys know, I was a big Sonic fan back in the day, as you can tell with these old videos, but I still did like Halo at the time as well. Now, while I do enjoy myself playing MCC at the time, play a bit of Halo 3, Halo 2, stuff like that, I was just unsure of the future of Halo and its narrative. If you guys don't know, I am a campaign guy. One of the reasons why I love Halo is the Master Chief. I'd like to see spin-offs in Halo, make things a bit different, but I eventually would like to see Master Chief again later on. So, thinking what the next Halo campaign will be like, I was just unsure what's next. Now, I wasn't worried or excited, just like unsure what's next. I was curious where they're going to go with its narrative. It was a bit of a mystery with me and also the Halo community, but what came next year gave hope. The year is 2018. To be honest, I don't really remember much of 2018. All I know is that I was watching the E3 show, and one of them was the Xbox showcase. I've seen a couple of trailers, this and that, and then I saw this one trailer. At first, it looked like a tech demo. The foliage looked nice. These rocks, the detail. Is this supposed to show the Xbox One X? The music was calm. Now, the music does sound a lot familiar to me now, but back then, I somehow forgot where it was from, so I thought it was like something original and new, but even though I've heard it before back in the day, but it made the experience a lot more better. You see these carvings. What does this mean? What game is this? There's wildlife in this game. The particle effects looks incredible, and the textures on these rocks. I was really wondering what this is. I was amazed with its visuals though. And then I started to notice something. Hang on, these people look familiar. And then, this was a moment that changed my life forever. After seeing that trailer, I was over the moon. Finally, a modern Halo game that looks like Halo, with amazing looking visuals, because for me at least, I've always viewed Halo that shows and pushes realistic visuals. Just one of those games. Like, I own both a PlayStation and Xbox. I've always viewed like God of War, The Last of Us, Uncharted, stuff like that. I was like, their own special AAA games that show off realistic visuals, pushing the technology and what's possible in gaming. And I see the same way. Now I see Halo as the same thing, but for Xbox. So seeing it come back again, I was just excited. I do know that visuals are not everything, but I was just excited to see a modern looking Halo game that looks like Halo. Just, will it feel like Halo is the question. But man, I was super excited for it. This turned me into a neutral Halo fan into a super Halo fan. Is Halo back? What's next for the Master Chief's journey? Are they going to improve the story? Who will we see in the campaign? There's so many questions. And as my older brother said back in the day, will we see brutes in the game? Which he somehow predicted it right. Now this was also the same moment where my Sonic phase was slowly fading away. After Sonic Forces, I just didn't like the game. I just lost hope for the franchise and everything. And this was a perfect time where I was leaning more towards Halo. But what I do find interesting is, despite Halo's downfall, stuff like that, I'm still excited to see a new Halo game. Where when it comes to Sonic, I just gave up. Maybe it was just me maturing at the time, but losing interest in Sonic the Hedgehog, but the same can be kind of said for Halo, but for whatever reason, I still play and stay with Halo. I'm not too sure why I'm like that, but... So in 2019, where I played a lot of TF2, specifically Jailbreak for whatever reason, but I have made some great friends along the way. And I was known as the Halo guy. Heck, in our Discord server we used to have back in the day, I could literally name myself Sexy Cortana. I was just a young teenager, we all do stupid things, I wasn't some horny bastard, don't worry, but it was a strange username. I'm not too sure why I picked that, but people know me as that, I guess. So then E3 of 2019 came along. and I was watching the Xbox showcase, thinking that they'll show a new Halo Infinite trailer. Now the thing about me is I was and still am a Xbox and PC guy. Why them two? They have both ecosystems are connected. I started off using Windows PC as a kid, and when I was introduced to Xbox, I was amazed that the Windows people made a console, and this Halo game is their own exclusive, and that forever changed my life. I've always preferred the controller, the ecosystem, and stuff like that, but I'm not a fanboy. I also do have a PlayStation. I do like its own exclusives. I do like their own exclusives, like God of War, The Last of Us, Spider-Man, and stuff like that. So I'm not a console fanboy. It's just that I managed to prefer Xbox's IP, like Halo, Gears of War, and stuff like that. It's just, we all have our own preferences. It's just, for me, I prefer Xbox. It's just more looking forward to see what's new in the Xbox showcase. And I gotta say, I was pretty impressed. Some of the trailers I've seen look cool. This new game I keep seeing trailers of, Cyberpunk, looks promising. Is that Keanu Reeves? What the fuck? This looks awesome. He's literally on stage. And the fact he says, "You're breathtaking," that was a legendary moment. And then near the end of the showcase, Phil Spencer came and talked about Project Scarlet, the next gen Xbox, and a game of interest. The next Xbox is around the corner. How powerful will this be? Will it be a beast? Because even though I'm an Xbox main, I didn't like the launch of Xbox One. It wasn't that great, especially with the Kinect. The backwards compatible brought me back on Xbox, as well as MCC, not so much of Halo 5 Guardians, but it still wasn't enough for me to fully love Xbox again. Then they showed the Xbox One S. Started liking Xbox a bit more, and then when they revealed the Xbox One X, that's where I started loving Xbox. Again, just like the Xbox 360 days, because that console was a beast. So seeing them talking about this new Xbox, I was excited what to see. How powerful will this be? Will it also be a beast? Will it somehow beat PS5 specs, or will it be just similar? I was kinda excited until Phil Spencer said this.
We launched Xbox 18 years ago with a game reviewers called the definitive reason to own an Xbox. Well, because humanity was and is worth saving, next holiday, we will launch Project Scarlet with Halo.
Then they showed off the Discover Hope trailer. And I was thinking, what's going on? Who is this guy? Is that a Marine or is that a pilot? And of course, I was thinking that the graphics look so crazy. Look at the substance scattering of his hands. At this moment, my heart was beating like crazy. Like, oh my gosh, look at what we're seeing. And then, this moment of the trailer plays.
Daddy's listening. Can you say hi?
Hi.
And how big are you?
How big are you?
Can you tell Daddy how big you are? Are you so big?
So big.
And can you sing?
Jingle.
Good singing. How about I miss you?
Miss you.
And I love you.
I love you.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you, Daddy.
And I can't wait to see you. Can you say see you?
See you.
Good, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It had something that Halo 5 didn't have. It had emotion. The characters felt like humans. It made me feel emotional for this random pilot. Something that Halo 5 didn't have at all. And then something else happens.
Signal detected. Tag designation friendly. Signal detected. Tag designation friendly. Signal detected. Tag designation.
This is UNSC Pelican Echo 216. Can you hear me? This is UNS.
I cried at this moment. I'm not over exaggerating. The music that played in that moment. This is Halo. And Master Chief's armor. Oh man. It looked beautiful. His armor design also looks like Halo. And when this music plays in the trailer, I was tearing up like crazy.
Okay. If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please don't die.
It was beautiful, man. And then you see this Pfizer OS, detail and quality of it. All of this looks like a well-made AAA game. Well, if only. Oh.
I just despawned.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Like, what? And this new guy, he felt so expressive. And Chief's hands look so nice, so detailed. It's like this game is Xbox's answer to PlayStation exclusives. Because I will say, PlayStation games do have great detail, great visuals, and is well made. So the way I see Halo Infinite is kind of like Xbox's answer to that with Halo. I was amazed at how Chief looks in this trailer. And then you get to see a Halo ring. A broken one as well. It's been a long time since the last time we've been in a Halo ring. Chief's one-liners are back again.
No. Not then! Not again! We need to run!
No. We need to fight. Get ready.
I was over the moon. And then this part of the trailer plays.
I chose you because you were special. I knew we would be perfect together. And I was right.
At that moment, this game turned into the most anticipated form of media ever in my entire life. Ah, COVID. Boy, do I not miss you at all. This was a time where we had to be locked down because of this new pandemic. This was a terrible year in my opinion. There are so many issues going on with the world, but I was still hopeful with seeing Halo Infinite. Our TU2 jailbreak group was starting to unfortunately fall apart. Other members were trying to save the group, creating their own servers, stuff like that, but it just wasn't good enough. There were tons of admin in those jailbreak servers where they were abusing their power. Now, at the time we were all angry and had enough, but looking back 7 years later, I truly think we were just all being immature. We were all young teenagers at the time without realizing. So of course we'll do stupid things. Because of all these issues, many people left, which is a bit unfortunate. On the positive side, I was excited to see Halo again of 2020 V3, hoping but we will see gameplay. So on July 24th, 2020, I stayed up super late, 3 AM in the morning, while I had school the next day. I wanted to see Halo again. They showed up Xbox Game Studios Presents. I see we're in space. I'm like, is this what I think it is? There's no way. Could it? Then I started to recognize the music a bit. And I knew it. It's Halo. And I was hearing someone talking. Is that Dr. Halsey? And I was just getting goosebumps from this trailer as well. And just like before, my heart was beating. I was excited to see what they will show for this year's E3 show. And there's my boy, the Master Chief. Become. Is that their new slogan for this? It's kind of like Halo 3's Believe. And then I hear that classic music. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's good to see a Chief in Pilot again, after a whole year. And when I hear Chief mention the Banished, I was like, yes! When I was thinking, yes, we can see gameplay, let's go! And my first thought was, are those Unity game engine graphics? I'm being dead serious. My excitement started to go down. A next-gen launch title and the game looks like this. At least the grunt designs do look better though. And as soon as I saw Sprint, I'm like, oh, made me even more disappointed. Now, after playing Infinite, I actually don't mind Sprint. I actually preferred Halo Infinite Sprint. And I even say that they should include it in every new Halo game. It's just, I am kind of against them adding Sprint on like the Halo 1 remake, and I definitely don't want to see it in Halo 2 and 3. Those games weren't meant for Sprint, while for like Halo Infinite, it was meant for it. I'm not some theorist, it was just my opinion. If Halo Infinite made me actually think that I don't mind Sprint in Halo, which was an interesting change from me, but back then I was unimpressed. We got to see the TAC map. I kind of expected for it to be a open world game, so I didn't have really opinions of it. Did see upgrades and database, but that's it. And then we started to see combat of this game. This actually made me excited for the game again. Banish have this classic art style back again. When Chief meleeed this elite, it sounded so tanky. I was like, damn! And then they pick up this new weapon, the Commando. And the sounds of this weapon, it sounded so beefy. I will have a bit of a hot take. I actually do like 343's UNSC gun sounds. It just sounded so beefy and realistic. and play from the big speakers. Oh, chef's kiss. So hearing this commando, I was like, damn, we get to see Brutes. After a long ass time, we got to see Brutes again. Now, I didn't realize about Craig, to be honest. It just went by so fast. I was just blown away with its gameplay. And this new pistol, it's not a Magnum, it's a pistol called the Sidekick, which I'm not gonna lie, I did like it. And then this part of the trailer plays. I really don't like how they're trying to show off this game like it's some technical masterpiece. And the banished ship just looks very Xbox 360. And then my hype just went straight back again. Seeing for a grunt, I was like, what the fuck? And then just hearing the banished speak, die for the banished? I was like, this is cool, I'm excited for this. And the music that was playing, it sounds like a mix of Halo 3 and Halo 5, but in a good way. I was like, what is this music? I was like really into the music as well. We were introduced to this new character called Escharum. And I was like, who is this character? It's not Atriox. He sounded so intimidating. And the things he was saying in this trailer, man, I was full of excitement. And the music that was playing in this, oh man, I was just like over the moon. It got me so excited.
The UNSC lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. But here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
Despite me not liking the visuals and I guess Sprint at the time, the gameplay and this new character Escharum had me excited for the game. Cannot wait for the release, but I did have my concerns though. The game did look unfinished. And then a few months later, they delayed the game to 2021. And my fears went down a bit. The excitement I had for the game went up, thinking, is there still hope for this game? But to know all of this, I had to wait, and I can't do anything about it. But I was really hoping that the game will be fixed. Our TF2 jailbreak friend group died out a few months ago at the time. But 343 did show new campaign screenshots, and the game actually looks impressive. The game looks next gen again, and my hype for Infinite went all the way up. It wasn't anything lower than before. The excitement I had from 2019 just went back up. The forerunner structures look they've been improved. The details in the rocks just look so nice and realistic. And this sniper rifle, ooh man, that's one sexy design. And the day-night cycle in these screenshots, it looks so nice, and I can't wait to play this game during the nighttime. And I also managed to get an Xbox Series X. So E3 of 2021 was a special moment for me. This was the first time where me and my brother agreed on staying up late and watching the show together. Now, why is that so special to me? Me and my bro do have a bond together. We played the whole Halo franchise together. We played Halo co-op from Halo Reach, CE, all the way to Halo 4. And we had great moments together, and we were both excited to see what's next for Halo Infinite. So it created a core memory for me at least. It may sound a bit corny, but we only live once. My older brother was 20 at the time, and in the blink of an eye he's now already 25. And one day, eventually he'll be in his 30s, and his free time will be very limited. So it was a special moment for me we had together. But in the E3 show, I was a bit surprised that they didn't show off Halo as a first trailer. There were just some other trailers I didn't care. I saw State of Decay 3, it was alright. I can't believe they revealed the game 5 years ago and they're releasing the game now, 2026. And I was thinking, when are they going to show Halo? And then to my surprise, they randomly show off Halo in the middle of the show. And there he is, Joe Staten. This man gave me hope for Infinite. When they show off new campaign footage, I was just amazed at how good the campaign looks. A major upgrade compared to last year's one. Even impressed my brother, which he was a bit doubtful in the game. And once Chief jumps off the Pelican, the music plays.
You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
So I see.
And then you hear Cortana speaking.
I need you to understand. There's not much time. If you knew how you were going to die, you knew how you were going to die. How would you live your life differently? How would you live your life differently?
And then the reveal of the new AI called Weapon. And I was thinking, hold up, who is this? Because they didn't mention this character at all from the past 2 years at the time we were watching the show. And I was thinking, is this the AI replacement of Cortana? Halo 4 literally foreshadowed this. And when this part of the trailer plays, sorry to repeat myself all the time, but this again made me tear up.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
It really felt like Halo is back. And man, look at the Master Chief's pose in this. Looks so sick. And even though me and my brother were campaign guys, and when they started talking about the multiplayer, we were kind of curious what they would show. And what we saw, we were actually impressed.
A new day is upon us. A new generation built to fight. Together, we are unstoppable. Are you ready?
Killing spree. Double kill.
Hello, let's do some damage. Skewer acquired.
Grapple jet.
Claim the enemy flag. Return it to base. Ordnance drop inbound. The flag is ours. Please haul ass at your earliest convenience. Now, show me what you can do.
I just couldn't wait for this game. So later on, they announced that they will be doing flight builds of the game. And I straight away tried to apply the flight program for Halo Infinite, because I really wanted to have a feel of the game. And out of luck, I got approved. I was that excited, I literally put on my Snapchat story, and I was telling everyone about it. I know, crazy. And so when I finally launched the game on my Xbox Series X, I couldn't believe it. Halo Infinite is actually, the game that I keep seeing trailers of, 3 years at the time, is actually running real time on my Xbox. It is beta though, but still, it's such a crazy thing to see. The feeling was so strange, yet exciting. But I was also a bit worried on how the gameplay would feel. So when I tried moving around and played some matches, the game felt like Halo 3 and the good parts of Halo 5. And I'm like, you know what? This is actually not that bad. And the multiplayer started to feel addicting, which is surprising because, as I said, I am a campaign guy. Yes, I do enjoy Halo's multiplayer, but I've always preferred campaign. I never expected this multiplayer to be actually addictive. And of course, I've also played the other flight builds. Let's not forget the promotion of this game in other places. I remember my local supermarket, they were selling Halo Infinite Doritos, which is a funny thing to see. And you bet I bought that straight away as soon as I see it. I also bought some Halo Infinite merchandise. And at that moment, I couldn't believe that we are actually getting a new Halo game coming out on that year. And like, the day was getting close. And in November, for Xbox's and Halo's 20th anniversary, they announced they will be doing an open beta of the game early. I was like, no way. Because after the flight builds of Halo Infinite, I was just itching to play the multiplayer again. As I said, surprising because I am a campaign guy. So when I played it, I was having a blast. Same thing for my brother as well. But there was a catch. The multiplayer playlist was very limited. I was so confused on why we have to play Oddball all the time and only once in a blue moon play a different game mode. But I was thinking, like, you know what, this is just a beta, so surely the full release, it'll be fixed, right? Right? They didn't. But even though I enjoyed multiplayer, my eyes was on the main campaign. So in December 8th of 2021, when I came back from school, the first thing I saw on my bed was a copy of Halo Infinite. I couldn't believe that this game, the most anticipated game of my life, the game I keep seeing trailers over and over and over, thinking, will we ever see this game, is literally on my bed. And when I finally launched the game, I was in the main menu and I was thinking to myself, the next chapter, the Master Chief's journey, starts here.
Are you sure?
So, the real question is, what did I think of Halo Infinite and its campaign? Now, I'll only do a short summary review. I am planning to do a part 2 of this video where I do a full detailed review on Halo Infinite's campaign, but that is for a later date. It will take a long time to make, for I want to release this video before Campaign Evolved comes out. So when part 2 will come out, well, it will take a long while. Since my free time is also very limited with work and university, the second part of this video might release next year, which I hope not, but things happen in life anyways. So what did I think of the campaign? Well, I actually liked it, but the game wasn't perfect. But first, let's get to the good parts. Halo Infinite is the Halo game we needed after Halo 5. It felt like Halo is back. The visuals really impressed me. The new guns, the weapons, the story, well, the story wasn't like as amazing as I thought it would be. It was still an enjoyable story. There were so many things that had me interested, wanting to know more about the Forerunners, the Banished, who this endless thing is, the Harbinger. All these things has this special Halo wonder. It really felt like a Halo campaign. Yes, Halo 5 did make me want to know a lot of things about the campaign. It wasn't for a good reason. It was more so like, why the fuck did they do this? Why did they do that? How does this make sense with the lore? With Infinite, it was interesting, but I wanted to know more. So for Infinite, it's a positive way, and for Halo 5, it was a negative way, I guess. The visuals of this game was breathtaking. The texture detail was super sharp. I was like, wow. The lighting in this game, it looked great. And seeing these trees is being so further distance, on PC ultra settings, it was such a beautiful sight to see. Climbing all the way up to the mountains, looking at the vista of Zeta Halo, I was just in awe. It was breathtaking. And I know there are other games that did look better, like Red Dead Redemption, but there was something special about Halo, with its art style, with it being in the ring. It felt beautiful. And having a modern Halo game that looks, feels, and plays like Halo, I was happy. I like some of the characters. I love fighting this new faction, the Banished. I love the idea of fighting the Banished as the Master Chief. And this new warrior, Escharum, I really like him. But in my opinion, they under-delivered him, which does disappoint me. I really had fun in the game. It was such joy of whipping out a sniper rifle and an energy sword. It's just running around, killing enemies with a sword, going up somewhere high, whip out a sniper rifle, and a bright sunny day in the Halo ring. So nice. It was almost like how I imagined Halo Infinite to be back in 2018, 2019. It was just great to have a modern Halo game that has a decent campaign. This game literally turned into one of my main go-to games, which is something that Halo 5 wasn't. And I was excited what to see for the next chapter of Halo. It could be a DLC or a new game. I was just excited to see the next chapter of Halo. Where will they take Master Chief, the Endless, and Escharum? I was mostly intrigued with the story, but the game does have its issues. There was many broken promises, such as no biomes, there's no wildlife. The weapon sandbox is very, very limited. There was no split screen co-op. Many features weren't there since launch. You couldn't replay missions from day one, which is just baffling to think about. There's also a few things I didn't like about the story, such as how the Endless is worse than the Flood, which just sounds stupid. And even though this game has some great details on it, they were also lacking other details, such as water effects and particle effects. This is a DirectX 12 game. Sure, the lighting can look so great, but the water is just not helping. The visuals of this game, for multiplayer, when the campaign launched, was the same beta, and a lot of people were disappointed. And after a long while, with updates taking 6 fucking months for a new season, and Forge, I started to play the multiplayer a bit more now, thinking about, you know what, Infinite's multiplayer is actually back surprisingly. And as I said, this game was my go-to game. It was part of my main rotation of games, alongside Battlefield, Call of Duty, for mostly of its campaign and a bit of its multiplayer. But I'm not a free shill, I do play MCC on occasion. But mostly Infinite, it is a new, fresh Halo game that's actually not that bad, despite multiplayer's issues. And ever since then, I had a decent time with Infinite. From 2021 all the way to now, I was playing the game regularly. With its ups and downs, Xbox's major downfall at the time, and hopefully its redemption arc, from halfway through high school all the way to my 2 years of university. Now, of course, I wasn't playing this game every single day of my life. I do switch it up a little, like switch it to Battlefield or some completely different game. But then when the time comes, go back to Halo Infinite and MCC as well. It was a relaxing time, made some new friends along the way, and sometime of 2023, while I was playing the campaign on my PC, I was thinking to myself, damn. At this very moment, the spot I'm in right now, sitting on my computer chair, I was literally here a few years ago, playing TF2 with my new TF2 friends, and I was talking about how excited I was with Halo Infinite, and then in the blink of an eye, 4 years later has already passed. At that time, it is night time, I'm on my PC, in the same spot, playing Halo Infinite, the game I was looking forward to, but the same TF2 friends I had were all gone, moved on from life, and it made me sad a bit, like, damn, I'm already here, I got the game I've been waiting for, but at what cost? I know that sounds pretty cliche, but one thing I regret from life is wasting my time waiting for a video game. I could have done so many fun things in life back in 2019, but I wasted it doing nothing but wait. By the time you know it, time will go by so fast, you get what you want. How many things went by without you even realizing? During the moment, it did make me sad. Nothing lasts forever. There's one thing that I'm thankful about this game for. Whenever I go through many struggles in life, it can be personal, school, studying, work, this game, Halo Infinite, was there for me. I remember I was going through such deep personal struggles, which I won't talk about in this video. All I can say is that it was very serious. What kept me going, Halo Infinite was there. I hopped on, it made me feel a little bit better. It was even there for me before it even came out. I remember during my darkest times, my brother said to me this, if you did it, you'll never get to see Halo Infinite. You'll never get to see what's next for Halo. And look, I know it may sound a bit silly, like game kind of saved me, but it's still something. Now, of course, there's many things that helped me out through life, but Halo Infinite was one of them, and I am thankful for that. While I enjoy my time with Infinite, I remember I heard rumours that the next Halo game will be a Halo Combat Evolved remake, which I was disappointed at the time, but it did make me think that the end of Halo Infinite is near, and I didn't like the fact. How are we getting close to it? It may come out in a few years, but damn, it will eventually come soon, and it's coming sooner than later. Let's just try to enjoy the moment while it lasts. And the funny thing is, I was planning to make this video back in 2023, 3 years ago, but time just went by so fast. It's the reason why it took so long for me to do my rebrand. And 2 years later, they finally showed off the Halo remake, which is Campaign Evolved. And I was excited, skeptical, and also a bit sad that it's getting close. So I want to enjoy the last moments while I can, thinking about the whole year of Infinite. It's gonna come in November, right? Just for newer leaks to say it's coming out in July. And I was just shocked on how close we are, and that we are already getting a new Halo game, and it's coming out very soon. These are the last few weeks I'll be playing Halo Infinite, and man, it makes me sad. This does mean I'll be sunsetting and saying goodbye to Halo Infinite. So what does this mean for Halo and my channel? If you don't know what Campaign Evolved is, Campaign Evolved, the next Halo game coming out in a few weeks. This is a campaign remake of Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo game. This will be the start of the next era of Halo using the Unreal Engine. And as I say goodbye to Halo Infinite, I'll be moving on to Halo Campaign Evolved. Now what about multiplayer, you may ask? Since Campaign Evolved is only a campaign remake and there's no multiplayer, am I going to stay in Infinite? Well, I'll be migrating back to MCC full time. As I said before, back in the day with Halo Infinite, I used to play a lot of Halo Infinite and a bit of MCC. But since I've been playing that game for 5 years, I think I've played enough Halo Infinite, and I think it'll be time to go back to MCC. The classic Halo games and even Halo 4, they're a timeless classic. To be honest, it never gets old with its multiplayer and campaign. With Infinite, even though I enjoyed it for 5 years, the first few years were great, but later on, it does get stale with its like smaller sandbox. It's not so great forge maps and stuff like that. So why stay in a game that is like mediocre, where I can just go back to timeless classic instead, and also save some space for my storage as well. To summarize what I'm planning to do with Halo for my channel is, for campaign stuff, I'll be playing mostly Campaign Evolved. It is the new game. Halo is the main pillar of my channel, so I'll be uploading tons of videos on that, and since I'm a campaign guy, you'll mostly see campaign stuff, as well as some MCC campaign content on the side as well, so don't worry about that. And for multiplayer, I'll just be playing MCC, the whole collection, 4 included as well. I know it's not the best, but, you know, mix things up a little. And this will be the new normal, I guess, up until when the next big Halo game comes out. The next chapter of the Master Chief's journey and a brand new next-gen multiplayer. But we don't know when that's going to come out. So for now, let's enjoy what we have, play Campaign Evolved and MCC. One thing I want to say is thank you to all the developers who are true Halo fans. I know there's some free-for-free employees that don't do a great job of Halo, but I want to thank the true Halo fans who did work in Halo Infinite, who worked for free at the time, tried their best to make a good Halo game, despite the game having a lot of issues. They were still Halo fans. Thank you for making this game. It helped me through my personal issues in life, the enjoyment I had from mates, and the excitement my teenage self had back then. So thank you guys for all of that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. As I said, this is very rushed. Wanted to release this before Campaign Evolved comes out. It's around the corner, can't believe it. And yeah, promise you future videos will not be in this rush quality again. Anyways, hope you guys have a good one, and I shall see you in Alpha Halo. Peace!